If the students study for 4 hours, what could be the probability of marks, isn't it? What could be the probability of marks? This is what we done. And we had raw data, and from raw data to we make them to clean data, and we convert into two variables, which is study hours and versus student marks. Please get in. So study hours versus student marks. Oh, I mean, these two things we've been done yesterday. All right. And once we done, we try to build model using simple linear regressions algorithm, isn't it? So using simple linear regression algorithms. And in that, what happened, guys? I mean, we get to know how to find out coefficient values, isn't it? How to get or how to find out coefficient and intercept values from LR model, from LR model, isn't it, guys? And once we build the model, we plot best fit line. Also, we check bias versus variance. The model is neither overfit nor underfit. It is a good model we built yesterday. And what exactly next step? Once we build the model, the next step is we save the model. All right, we save the model using help of joblib pipeline, joblib, and then we pickle the model. We pickle the model and we save it in c drive, kdata, c drive, kdata, and I mean student mark dot pickle. This is what we done, isn't it? I hope everybody understand or not. I mean, online team. Anybody looking for the class links? Strange why people are not able to. Good. Anyone share today's class link, guys? So that see people, students are waiting for it. I can sense that. Online team, anyone? Mm. Prasanna, can you please explain the detailed steps and post all those things in the classroom so that the students can, yeah, please do that. Still, they have hard time to, thank you, Sashi. Anyone, guys. I don't understand why it's very hard time to connect the sessions through link. Okay. All right. So here, so all the thing is completed so far. So what we done, we are a backend developer, means I can say backend machine learning developer who develops ML code, ML regression algorithm code, isn't it? So what we done so far, we are a backend developer, we create a model and we stored all those things in the backend part, isn't it? Next one. Next one is in the front end. Yesterday we introduced to very important called Flask, which is web framework, So in web framework, what happened? We tested either, I mean, can we create a front end applications? Can we create a front end? Yes, we test it with the host like 5050 or something like that. Okay, we done this. What is the next one? Now, the next step is deployment. The next step is Okay, so deployment. All right, so let's go ahead for deployment part. So in the deployment, let's have a look at this. So let's go back to the deployment part. In the deployment, see guys, the announcement is from today onwards, the offline lab is mandatory. Okay, I mean for you, offline is mandatory, for online also mandatory. For online, the one who working professionals, I do understand the one who students you can connect between 2 to 4. So you might ask questions. So what do you do if you don't join, if you don't attend? Nothing, guys. Are you guys understand? So it's just common practice that we provide. We hide some of the mentors to train you to whatever I explain, they will teach you on that. All right. And you guys will work on it if you get some bug. So that's why. So if it's best when you go and attend the sessions from there. Are you clear or not? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead deployment. In the what is the next step is deployment. Deployment is mandatory because if you do not deploy the model, so I'll say because let's go ahead. If you do not deploy the backend model which we built, then you cannot you represent your work in the website, isn't it? So that's why deployment is mandatory. Any of the product, any of the technology you take, deployment is mandatory task. But before deployment, I will give you some of the examples, then I'll come back to the deployment. Understand, guys? Those examples are, let's assume a lot of employees are doing work from home or not, work from home jobs. Let's say the manager is sitting in one location, okay, location A. One employee is sitting in at other locations. B, another employee sitting in other locations. Another employee sitting in other employees. Did you understand or not? So many, I mean, most of the employees are sitting in various locations, and everyone is working on one project or not, guys? So how, guys, how that possible? Isn't it one we a manager from India, one employee from US, one employee from UK? So how do you think? How is possible? How the data share? How they can combine? Have you do you understand what I'm trying to say? So now let me tell you the reason is when you get credential to your company, okay? I mean login credentials for the company. Just one moment. One second, guys. Oh, wait. Come on. Okay. So whenever you get login credit, whenever you get credential, I mean, after you join, you get credentials or not? The same time, whoops, one moment, guys. Okay. The same moment, the same time, what happened? Come on. 1 second, guys. Okay. So the moment when you log into the credentials, the company will provide you the shared drive. What is meant by shared drive, guys? Everyone is access to the shared drive. I hope understand what I'm trying to say. Just 1 second. One moment. Okay. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Online team, just wait for some time. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. So as I said right now, what I had, so a lot of people are working on work from home. Let's say manager is sitting one location and employees are sitting in different locations. So whenever you get credentials, the company will provide one shared drive. What drive, guys? Shared drive. So what happened? What is meant by product? Product means it could be anything. Website is also one product, isn't it? And app development is also one product. In that product, there are multiple teams are associated or not? I mean to say, there are multiple teams are associated. For example, I can say like backend developer team and project analysis team, and then front end design team. Okay. And HTML and CSS team, and then testing team, then development team, then maintenance team. Do you understand what I'm saying? Isn't it? So, in entire thing controlled by one manager. All these things controlled by who, guys? One manager. Can I say this or not? So what happened? Let's assume backend developer has worked for 3 employees, project analysis 2 employee, front end design team, let maybe 2 employee, HTML CS team, just 1 employee, and let's say testing team, let's say 3 or maybe 2, or development team, let's say deployment or development, I call is like 3, and maintenance team just 2. So 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. So overall, 15 team working for one projects. Can I say this? Did you understand what I'm trying to say? I give you a simple example. I want you to recognize, and then I will get back to the real time, what exactly going to happen, isn't it? So yesterday we discussed what is application, what is productions, and how we build the model, how to save the model in pickle file. What is the next step? The next step we test in the front end in Flask is working fine, isn't it? And now we trying to Let's create a product development. I mean to say, whenever you get credentials, company will provide the shared drive, isn't it? So in the shared drive, backend developer, let's say, if his work is complete, what he will do? What he will do? He will share an email, write an email to the manager, sir, I complete my work. I stored the work in shared drive, which is Z. This is common folder used by across the globe employees from the specific companies only. Understand or not? Now, project analysis team, if the project is complete, they also mention, I complete my work and I'll share the file in G Drive. Can I say this or not? And front end design team also save the work in where, guys? Save the work in G Drive. I'll give you a normal example and come back to that. This is also G Drive. Everyone is shared the G Drive. So what happened if manager want to access anybody's file? So what managers will do? Does he go to G Drive and search it or not? So that's why all all the work stored in same location. I mean to say, wherever you go, which company you work, remember, before you deployment, before you deploy, make sure all the file, softwares, and everything need to keep in one folder. Are you understand? Everybody's clear what I'm trying to say? But there is the catch. The catch is, let's assume in the project, one employee quit the job. One employee quit the job. When one employee quit the job, let's assume due to he had a fight with managers, he deleted one file from G Drive. Are you guys understand or not? So, but actually, end user, who is end user? Client. So client requirement is need to done the projects by tomorrow. So what happened? The money is lost or not? There's a cost cutting, guys. Do you remember cost cutting means whenever the contract signs, there is a TAT, turnaround time. So in the time you need to submit this work or else you has to be pay me. Did you understand the agreements? Remember all those things. I hope whenever you buy the houses, some of the builders they do these agreements. If I don't give you the house within the situations, then within the time I will pay you. I hope the same way such kind of agreement will happen. So end user, what happened? So what exactly happened? Then it would be a problem or not? So let's say any one employee quit the job and they delete the file from G Drive. That's okay. So you can find him, you can file his lawsuit and all those things. That's later. But here the company reputation is gone down, isn't it, guys? So I mean, so what you do? That's why lot of IT farm introduced Git command. Wait command, guys. Git command. Understand? Lot of IT farms they implement Git command. The products or the models also deploy using Git command. And Git command is one of the tool for DevOps, isn't it? DevOps has almost like 7 tools. I think I told you Jenkins, okay? And then like you have Kubernetes, Docker, and Git, and etc. etc. I mean Maven, and I have a lot of things, etc. 7 tools, I think 6 to 7 tools we have on the Git command. Do you understand online team? Are you there with me? Can you hear me, guys? What I'm trying to say? Online team, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. So I hope understand. So the reason why I'm saying everybody, there's a Git have 3 things. I mean, commit, push. That's it. I mean, how to do this, all those things. So what is Git command? So Git command means GitHub. Git command means GitHub, isn't it? Normally, every company, every company has a multiple projects, isn't it? Multiple projects. For multiple projects, for multiple projects, multiple GitHub repositories are created by organizations. GitHub repositories are created by organizations, isn't it? I mean to say, let's say, if then we need to pull, that's right. So that's okay, but based on the company to company, it varies. So, but make sure most of it, do you understand why I'm saying why the Git is mandatory? Maximum, some of the companies are doing it in Git or based on different approach. The old companies, they can deploy in database itself. There's a you can deployment in various way. Why I'm talking about deployment, we can understand. So before I go back to the deployment, what do you understand? You understand all the file, testing file, okay, and backend files, test edge, front end design file. You need to keep it one folder. You need to keep it to one folder. So today, same things we also going to do. Same things we also going to do. So we create the pickle file, isn't it? And let's store one locations. Where is the locations? I'll go to this one and definitely. So here I can say desktop and projects. What is the projects we did? Student mark predictions. And did you see? This is .ipynb. This is what, guys? Backend code or not? Who created this? ML developer. This is the location I stored. This is the path I stored my software file. And do we have, and also if we go back to this one, okay, and also pickle file, and also pickle file, and also CSV file. Did you understand or not, guys? So all these things we done. And the next step is, so the backend file we created before development file, backend file we created. So what is the next step? The front end design, do we required or not? What is meant by front end design? Let's say we'll make a front end design like that. So I just tell you, so static and images, and I need to pass this image in the front end. So this page design, who will do? Data science will do, or some other teams will do? Front end team will do this, all those things, guys. Web page designs. I mean, this is not done by data science, guys. So there's a dedicated department is take care of this one. Next one. And this guy will drop an email to manager, sir, I done the file and I can store these locations. Clear? And template. So index.html template. Who will do the HTML template? I mean, enter your study hours to predict marks, isn't it? We created two check boxes, and this is what the text we've been mentions. Is this done by data science? No. So this is done by front end team as well. So these are called front end. Back end, we build the back end. And what exactly the next step is, so this guy drop an email to manager, sir, I already drop an email to my boss stating, sir, I build my model, I store these locations. Now front end team also done. Now what exactly mean by deployment? We write the code. We write the code. Combine one, two, three. That's it. We write the code to combine one, two, three. Everything combine. Any user type anything, I should get the text and it should be generated websites. Did you understand or not? What exactly mean by deployment? I mean to say, let's go back to here. And yesterday, so let's close this. Let's close this. Okay. And let me restart the kernel. Let's restart the kernel. So once we restart the kernel, have a look at this. Let's run. So copy and okay. The front end is we testing fine. Now next one. Today I write the code. Look at this. NumPy pandas, isn't it? Flask, import Flask, request render template. Flask has three properties. Flask, request, render template. What is request? request the pays from the render template. What is render template? Renders a template from the template folder with the given context, because in the data sets we create the templates or not. So I need to render this template and keep those templates to create in the front end, guys. So that's what we're using all the three packages. Joblib, what is Joblib? Joblib is the pipeline, which is lightweighted pipelines, guys. Okay. And app equal to Flask name. Here app equal to Flask name, and I add model. Where is the model, guys? In code we do joblib dot dump, isn't it? Joblib dot dump, and we create a pickle file. But here joblib dot load from this is what pickle file or not, guys? This is predicted dot pickle, isn't it? Once we load this, look at this, what happened? Create empty data frame app dot route. This is what happened. This is what we talk about. Now let's copy and apply here app route indexed HTML. So here what we say, return welcome to Flask deployment we get or not? But rather than Flask deployment, I will get index.html. What is index.html? This is what index.html just now we discussed. Oops, sorry, one moment. Okay, so if you notice this just now, I showed you or not, guys? The index.html. So here I meant to say this one, templates. This is index.html. So what happened? In the front end, I'm getting this page or not? In front end, I get this page. So next step is, so the next step is, and global df define predict, okay? Input features in this template, in the template, input features integer for x in request.form.values. So what exactly happened? A student, what exactly he will enter, guys? Study R, isn't it? So np.array input features. But what is the maximum durations of the R 0 to 24 or not? So that's why you write a conditions if input features less than 0, means study hours can never be negative or study hours can never be greater than 24. So if the input features are less than 0 or greater than 24, then return index HTML prediction text. What is prediction text? I think just one moment, I can show this. In the index HTML, we created the prediction test or not, guys? Just open it. So this is prediction text. So it will be display, please enter a valid ask between 1 to 24, isn't it? So any employee, did you see we get some of the wrong messages or not, guys? We, even though we try to type, let's say the rating is 5 star, if you rate 10 star, is it make sense? By default, it 0.25 only. So once we do this, model dot predict. What exactly model dot predict? Yesterday in the model we built, if the student study for 10 hours with the help of coefficient and intercept, we're trying to find the predictions or not, guys? I hope you remember yesterday's session, isn't it? So once we done that, so automatically the model predicts is will do. I will tell you what exactly smp.app from app.csv return render template index.html predicts. You'll get this much of mark, and I hope, let's stop this and let me restart the kernel now. And one second, let's go ahead and we run it. So close one, and right, we create a front end or not, guys? So let's say if the students study for 4 hours, what exactly the model predicts? You will get 67.99 marks when you study for 4 hours. What is the business requirement? 90 percentage. If the students study for 9 hours, then it will predict marks. How much? 85. If the students study for 11 hours, then how much it predicts? 93.70, 93.74. Did you understand or not? If the students study for, how many hours? 10 hours. Just check this, 89.8. Do you understand? But there is a thing. Let me write down. So whatever going on, in front end, do you think backend guy, backend team must need to understand or not understand? Must need to know or don't need to know, guys? Must need to know, isn't it? So my question, how the backend team able to know what is going on in the front end? So that's called log files. And I'm say here, did you see the first user entered 4, isn't it? The first user enter 4, the model predicted, then it cut, it stop, isn't it? Not continuous flow, the database stop. Next one, 9, 2, next 3. This is the backend or not? This is backend or not, guys? Online team, I hope understand. That means whatever things going on in the front end, the backend team must require to know. But when you restart this kernel, everything will go on or not. So that's why I created here code df equal to p concatenations and SMP data from app. Whatever the records is created, it has to be stored in CSV file. How to store in CSV file? Just go here and one moment. One moment, and I can say this one. Isn't it SMP data app from CSV or not? So just open it. Once you open this, in front end, these records we pass or not? These records we pass, guys. So zero, how many records? 4 records. First student, he entered 4. He track himself that he will get 66. When a student's every day, he is able to track his score, is he increase or not, guys, day by day? So definitely he will increase its system and 11, 93, 74, 10, 89.8. Did you understand or not understand what I'm trying to say? So all those things are possible. So the moment when the file is opened, now let's say if you try to do like if the students study for 14 hours, you get internal server error. Why, guys? Why the server error? Anyone? Because the executions file is opened. What is the executions file? So here we have this SMP data from app is running or not. So this app is running. Just have a look at this, isn't it? So that's why I got that error. Now let's close this. Once I close and I will try to remove this. Now it's working fine or not? Did you understand, team? So whatever things going on in the front end, the backend team, is it able to know? Not able to know. Who created this? The IT company, the university gave some assignment to the IT company, and IT company done this. And so now here, what is the just now? I don't know how many understand to the session, but so we are using to get the product or not website. So now an university shared application server to the software company or not? Do you remember yesterday? Which company application? Yeah. So software company, isn't it? University shared application server to the company. Now university's application server has also HTTP access or not? So rather than you will change this port to company, even though if you can know any company host port, you can deploy this code over there as well. Do you understand? So let's say in Wipro, Accenture, if they have host ID and port, if you pass and the admin give access, this code will run over there as well. Do you understand, team? So what happened in this code now? But before that, team, everybody understand or not how to deploy? But there's a catch: is some of the student, let's say, do you remember most of the time this database is, I mean, runs 24/7. So that's why when it is run 24/7, the code is working or not? The front end is working, back end is running 24 by 7, the front end is working. Now let's say if you say if the students study for 25 hours, is it valid hours? No, but you can predict the marks. Please enter a valid hours between 1 to 24 if you live on Earth, isn't it? So Earth never has more than 25 hours, guys. So we have only 24 hours. So that's why. So let's go ahead and do that. You can say 5 hours. I hope understand, team. Clear or not? So in this case, let's assume if the server stops, I'll stop this. Okay. Now go ahead and you can check this. What exactly happened? The method is not allowed to request URL. Why, guys? Because so when I stop means in the backend production server stop. That means have you received message in phone pay the server is down, the transaction is declined. In Google Pay, the transaction is declined. In IRCTC, 11:30 to 12, you print a message, the server is down. Please aware of it. In organizations, even the non-technical, you get a message, the server is down. Isn't if you go to Me Seva, the server is down because they're monitoring, they track if any untransactions is get into it, might be going to be a hack, isn't it? So if you log into your bank.com, HDFC ICICI bank.com, if you log in for more than 10 minutes, will you able to log in for more than 10 minutes? Not at all. Just only for 5 seconds. If you do not check this, it automatic the session out because that's called timer check. What is called, guys? Timer check. Productions guy, the one whoever working, they will fix a timer. I mean, any session. So I don't know how many of them understand, but the one who working professionals, they really understand what I'm trying to say. So here, this is, let's say, ICICbank.com. Okay, this is productions DB. They have many users or not? Let's say this user entered www.icicbank.com. So it established, it check, validate this, then it's credential, the transactions. What happened if this transaction is stay for 15 minutes? Some hacker entered to the server or not and pull out all the money? Do you remember? And even though, is this error also given by front-end team? Front-end team, no. Front-end team might be some cases, AG, not all the time. Front-end team, nothing to know. Front-end team, no, I mean, 90% not happen due to front-end team. All right, but here, so what exactly happened? It because happened while you deploy the code from application server to production server. I mean, I'll come back to this. So today, at least you understand what exactly things going on in the back end, how ML model is work in real time. Okay, in IRCTC, the data is added every day or not? So the database need to be trained. When the database need to be trained, you have to stop the production DB, then you need to train. Can I say this? So you need to stop the production DB and then you need to train, guys. So that's the reason. So I'm go ahead and let's run one more time. Okay, and it's running. It's working now. I understand now the server is up. Now the server is down, server is up now. What is meant by down and up? The one who working in a non-technical domain, you get a message. So currently we server maintenance time is 30 minutes. So in organizations, you will get a 30 minutes downtime. You know downtime? I mean, the server issues, it's not your problem. So that's why company give you a time where some work is going on. I hope most of them, you guys are doing, you're getting all these things, what I'm saying. So this is all real time, guys. I wanted to understand. Okay. Will you build this if I share you today? But before that, I wanted to ask, let's talk about few things. What are the log files? What are the log files? So if you retain the new data, should we during downtime? No. Yeah, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. If you have a new data, you can pull the new data and you can train. So it's not only downtime. Downtime, anywhere you can do that. It's even though not downtime you can do with new data, with create a new pickle file with the new data points, isn't it? So you need to create a new pickle file with future data. Okay. So I mean to say, I will tell you all those things in automizations. All right. The next step is, listen to me. Yesterday, I was talking about, Sashi, I hope you understand. This is universe.com. This is organization, isn't it? And this backend pd.db. This is production database. Now we have data scientist here or not? And this university need to share the data to this one. So what exactly happened? The company clone the production DB and create a applications database and give the access to the data scientist, isn't it? This is what we discussed, guys. How many times we train the data based on the data flow. Yeah, many. So in today, if 1 crore records are data is there, you need to train the data regularly. In IRCTC, they train the data regularly. In flight, based on the data flow to the database. Understand? So based on weekly, monthly, 6 months, or daily as well. If it's a big data, you need to be trained daily because we have 130 crore populations, isn't it? Even the 1% used IRCTC is going to be more than 1 crore records or maybe 2 crore records. So they use such a big tools like Kafka streaming and scaling and Hadoop platforms they maintain. There's a multiple things we have available, guys. It's a big ocean and need to deep dive. No one employee expert for all the domains except YouTubers. Understand? YouTubers, they think they will know all those things, right, guys? So they trying to expert today, they learn something, they will go back and because they need money. That's the way they started their life, isn't it? So except YouTubers, no software employee, even the Google employee never have experts or on all the part, guys. This is a reality. Please understand. Okay. So I mean to say, they just give the gist of that's right. So I mean to say, concepts given and practical implementation is two different things, isn't it? The way I explain data science, I cannot explain Java, I cannot explain .NET. But yes, I know if you give me some work, I can check chat GPT, HTML, I've done any work you can assign. Do you understand, guys? But I cannot be expert like DS. Did you understand what I'm saying? Because we've been work many of the projects in there. So here, okay. So this is called data science. So we create HTTP file or not? My question, listen to me. This data scientists deploy in applications or productions, guys? Applications. So when applications, 900 employee, they can test it. They can test it. It's working fine in application server, but these websites, it is visible in main website. No, why? Do you understand what is my questions? 8:30 a.m. batch. I mean to say, just now we developed the product which is websites.com and data science. We build these organizations, and in these organizations do not have access to the productions DB, and because they link up to connections, guys. And finally, once they're done and the success, they test it in applications, everything goes fine. Now college university give a permission to this guy, please go ahead and go for productions DB. To go for production DB, this university has a production team. You understand? This university has a production team. These guys will talk to them, talk to the organization's IT firm. What do they talk? They will ask you how frequently. These guys will ask you how many users log in a day, how many sessions will create, what would be the load balance on the database. I mean, the database handle maximum 20 terabytes of data. But in a day, if login for 25 terabytes of data, we can extract DB2CS train there without server down. Is it not? See, I'm giving you, when you no need to try all these things when we go for production, isn't it? 5 seconds if it's down, crores of business is lost. You never ever try any things in the productions DB. Whatever you do, we can replicate the data, extract data to everything you've done in applications. Understand? We build all the model, everything is completed, and we test it. All the test cases pass, then only you deploy this. But the main problem is whatever the code we build right now, all code is get error over here. This is what interview questions. The interview question is, okay, while you deploy the model in production server, what are the challenges you face? What are the challenges you face? Did you understand him? So now, I mean, whatever code we build, it's running fine in application server, but same code cannot work in production server. This is big problem. Definitely, guys, if the business is down, how do you know the business is down? If Amazon app is not working, if Flipkart app is not working, it is a big problem or not? No customers used. It's a multi-billions, trillions revenue generated company, isn't it? So this is the big problem. So that's why every IT engineers, they spend like more than sleepless night when we come to productions. I think be prepared on mindset. Understand? Okay, it has to be complete minimum 2 day, 3 nights, and something like that. Do you understand, guys? I hope the one who working professionals, they very well know what I'm trying to say. Exactly, this is real time happen. So I will tell you what are the issues you face while deploy the model. The first issue is model runtime. Model runtime. So in production DB, what happened? They will set a timer, means the code will run only for 1 second. Are you guys understand? The connections when you log in to the production DB, it has established for 1 second or 1 minute or 2 minutes. So within the 2 minutes only, yeah, you need to roll back. So that's why if the error come, Ranjit, then that's not called deployment. Error should not come. Are you understand? Error should not come. So that's called maintenance the model. So if error come, all error we just now, we deployment at the time of deployment, these are error we discussing right now. What are the error? In productions deployment team, they set a timer. Any new connections will establish for 2 minutes, means your model should run within 2 minutes. Are you understand? Let's say if you train the model in 6 hours, to train the data 6 hours, what happened, guys? The pickle file is, it will run more than 5 minutes or not? The code is deploy or not able to deploy? Unable to deploy. Unable to deploy. So choose the right algorithm which is trained very faster to the tons of data as well. This is one of the scenario. Are you understand? Second one is called big data. If the data is too huge, then only production's deployment is not understand. I understand. Open source application you never ever used in PD, production DB. So what happened? Till now you build in open source applications or not? Now in production server, what happened? Anything could be happen, guys. So that's why the company definitely need to buy licensed versions of Anaconda prompt. Are you getting my point? Now all the code, what happened? You copy and run it, repeat the same things with this now. Repeat the same things, guys. And data quality also important, and security and firewall. Do you understand? This is a big process, guys. So, but maximum, if you say, sir, I've been working for 3 months, lot of YouTubers, they say they can deploy in Heroku. That's okay for training part. That's okay for training part. Kubernetes. That's okay for training part. Docker. Have you done real time? Did you understand, guys, what I'm saying? So I mean to say that all those things, many freshers not understand the reality. Are you guys understand the reality? In production, everything is required genuine, no licensed versions. Do you think in ICICbank.com they will use free versions of application? No, you just answer my question, guys. Do they think they will give you cloud versions? All the banks? Online team, did you understand what I'm trying to say? So nobody knows a few of these things, guys. You learn from me, you educate them. Are you understand, guys? Learning is not, but you listen and stop. You can make them understand. Are you guys getting me? Or go to Google and try how ICICI Bank deploy the model, how IRCTC research. Did you understand? So no training institute in the world can show you the live production. Understand or not? Once upon a time in NIT, I show the live with my connect to Putty and I just log in. Next day, I got message from HR. Second time, if you do, then that's it. Are you guys getting my point? So live productions, no one will show you guys. So I want you to remember one thing. So all the things, but before that, I just wanted to share a few links to you and challenges while deploy. Okay. Challenges deploying machine learning models to production server. Okay. Model deployment. Okay. So here, what is MLOps, guys? MLOps, look at this table of concepts. I will share this link to you. Okay, team. This link, I want everybody to maintain the sidelines. What is meant by sideline? Look at this. In interview, someone asks you what exactly, I mean, what are the issues? Data management, large data size, high quality, data versioning, location, security, and compliance. Constant research and experimentations, tracking experiments, code quality, training time. I was talk about it. Troubleshootings, model accuracy evaluations, retraining, infrastructures requirement. If the data requires 5 GB, if you have 3 GB, is it possible? Not possible. And productions deployment offline and online as well, sometimes deployed, guys. Okay, model degradations, upgradations, degradations, all those things is important, guys. So if anybody asks, I want you to speak about these points in an interview. If someone asks what could be the cause, what are the challenges you face while deploy the model into production server? Online team, are you guys understand or not what I'm trying to say? Everybody's clear? On real world ML system composed of ML code, look at this data validations, resource management, monitoring. I mean, that's the reason I wanted to a little bit data acquisitions, data preparations, model development, training, accuracy validations, predictions. And then you have this is data management part, this is experimentations part, this is deployment part, predict productions and monitoring and alerting. This is in detail. I'm just giving you something. What is data management? I already covered that in the session. So entire page I covered in 5 minutes, guys. So what is training points? Definitely code quality. What is code quality? Making directly to test out. You need to keep this mind to handle before deploy ML models. If you're using, I mean, Jupyter Notebook is the best one because it's don't take much the spaces to or RAM to run it more space. It won't take, guys. Okay, and many things we have. So another one. So when model is just a handle over, I just don't talk about this. Okay, same things there. Data pre-processing, missing data, definitely. No, missing data already we check it. This is not important. And no, I want you to remember only this one. This is good enough. Team, are you clear or not? So today we build one projects and I want you to work this projects. I will share this one. Please work, team, and let's see, did you build this app? I mean, this is end to end. You know how to data acquisitions, how to contract sign, what is application, what is productions, what is user phase. So I'll give you some of examples like GPay, PhonePe, IRCTC. Because of this examples, you understood the concepts, guys. If I don't explain all those things, you never ever understand, team. So still some of them are not clear because I don't talk about them. So I want you to assign this task. Let's close it. And I'm trying to. And offline team, online team, let's stop the server, restart the. First thing, do not change anything in the deployment code. First thing, no space, no comma. First, you done. Whatever code you test it. After that, you do it by your hands. Isn't it? Let's see the output first. Let's think that you built it. Also, I will tell you some of the students in the future, a lot of exciting classes we have, but I want you to attend the sessions on regular basis. I mean to say, just here we go. I will show you some of the students, fantastic. They prepared a lot of files, guys. I have regressions tracking module. Just one moment. I think yesterday he done, it seems. I make one code, my students, they're doing tons of works for them. And one of the work I just wanted to show to you guys, number plate detections. I didn't explain this automatically, they done it because the concepts, they feel it. Just one moment. With a media pipe, with the help of OpenCV, and I want you to, yeah, you will tell. Did you see Did you see how exactly the tracking all the points? We plot 32 points. This is all done by my students, 10M students. You want to build like this or not, guys? To build this, you need to wait for more time. You need to wait for 1.5 months. Do you understand? Don't see the dance. Look at the tracking, how the hand movement and all those things. Isn't it? So I hope you guys are clear. So I want you to build some of the advanced projects and you will build it. You really like it because they are non-technical. He's a testing guy. He's a test engineer. And another student, he's just a fresher. Lot of them have concepts. Can I learn data science? And now they're saying, awesome. Now they only build. Did you understand all those things, guys? So I want you to there's a lot of things in pipeline. Many students they didn't update it, but many of them already they update in LinkedIn. Did you see the face mask detections? They're done in the LinkedIn itself. They already updated. So definitely, guys, when you gain, that's called confidence. Because of that confidence, you can understand. So I think he done yesterday, but still he had some bug. I told I said the the one who not wear mask, you need to detect that, isn't it? So everybody's wearing a mask, so it's a wrong model. But still, some of people not understand the one who never done this. Wow, it's a great work. How we build this, isn't it? That's what the Indian mentality. The one who don't know, we speak about that thing only, isn't it? So just go back and there's a many students already done it, guys. Okay, card detections. Okay, so I hope you understand, and I'm going to share all those things. And you have also exciting sessions in upcoming days. I want you to build all those things and practice, guys. Okay, so team and few uh, messages from the team management. Offline team, it's mandatory to go and practice all those things. Online team, it's mandatory. You can log in from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you not work, I don't know what is the next step. I'll come back, ask, and if I get message, I will inform you. All right, guys. So it's better you log in right now. You come from. Okay. So what happened? Just 1 second. So please, sir, please share lab. Please tell me difference between Git and GitHub. Both are same, buddy. Both are same. Okay. So let's say in your family they call you with a big name A B C D E F G H I J K, but in house they call AB. What is the difference between both? Okay, so please find the that's the project. Just go back to this one. Now, online team, I think anyone share the lab access, guys? Anyone has? If you has, you can share it to Arjun. I already post 3 times, man, but I think I have to find out over here. 1 second. Thanks, Ranjit. Can you post Ranjit in the class room? Okay. Yeah. So May desktop. Okay. So I'm sharing CSV file and template, and then I'm sharing 1, 2, 3, and then add to this. Let's cut and paste you. 1, 2. Desktop. CSV is given. Excel sheet also given. Please work and update if you find the work. Okay. Thank you, guys, and we see tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye. Yeah, we will discuss later part. We will discuss a time series. This is very important. Yep. We'll see you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.